Ahoy, ahoy, everyone. It is Craig here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and today I'm going back to the year 2000. I know, wild. How am I doing that? Well, I'm going to be doing that by only experiencing attractions that were open 21 years ago in the year 2000. And there's not a lot for me to do because there are a lot of attractions that are currently not operating right now that were around back then, but there's still a few, so we're going to go through the list, we're going to see them, talk about some of the other changes that have happened at this park, and we're going to have a fun day, so let's get going. Walking down Hollywood Boulevard, not a lot has changed right from the start when you're looking down the stretch. Obviously, you can see all the way down Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That would have been the great movie ride back in 2000, so skipping that today. Another thing that we'll be skipping, not an attraction, but Trolley Car Cafe Starbucks. That was not open then, but it's cold and I would love coffee, but it's not in the cards for today. I am going to start the walk down Sunset Boulevard here though, because there are a couple of attractions that were around back in 2000 that I can also experience today. And one of them, of course, is straight out in front of me. That's not what I'm going to first, though. I'm going to the other thrilling attraction down Sunset Boulevard. I do want to point out that I'm not talking about Beauty and the Beast live on stage or Fantasmic, since neither of those are operating right now. And that just leaves us with Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith.
Please come to the G4's lobby for a package pickup.
Oh, the marble doors. I miss the pre-show. I can't wait till we get back to pre-shows.
You should leave them with someone who's not right. Oh yeah, and any passengers with wheelchairs must transfer to a
Here goes nothing. What an awesome attraction. I love Rock and Roller Coaster still to this day. It's not my favorite thing at the park, but it is still just a ton of fun. Of course, it opened up here in 1999. I got to experience it for the first time in 2000. And it was basically my first intense roller coaster that I ever did. And so it made me fall in love with roller coasters. It also made me fall in love with Aerosmith. And yeah, it has left such a big impact on me. It was my favorite attraction for years and years and years here at this park. But now I'm going to head over to my next favorite attraction here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It's not my next favorite one, but it's one of my favorites. And that, of course, is Tower of Terror. A long line here for me today, saying 50 minutes, so we'll see how long it actually takes. Making some progress finally. Hello! I know no one likes waiting in lines, but the one good thing about having to wait in this line is being in the beautiful gardens area.
I was like, I'm standing in line, I'm not even going to stay here and stare at it.
Again, I miss having pre-shows, especially Tower of Terror, since it sets up this attraction so well. When at a crossroads, I always go straight. It's never let me down yet, unless they're only running one elevator.
You are the passengers in a most uncommon elevator about to ascend. into your very own episode of The Twilight Zone. One stormy night long ago, 5 people stepped through the door of an elevator and into a nightmare. That door is opening once again, and this time, it's opening for you. Discover what lies beyond the fifth dimension, beyond the deepest, darkest corner of imagination, in the Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror is awesome as always. It wasn't my favorite drop combination that I've had, even in recent weeks, but it is just always exciting and fun. And you know, I feel very similar about it as I do to Rock and Roller Coaster, because Rock and Roller Coaster helped me like really fall in love with the music of Aerosmith, as I said before, but with Tower of Terror, it helped me really fall in love with the Twilight Zone. And it's a series that I still love to this day because of it. And so I love walking through that attraction and seeing all the Easter eggs and the nods to the show. It's really perfect. And you know, it opened up in '94. I don't think I experienced it till '96 though. And I did not like drop rides back then. I was terrified. So I don't think I really started enjoying it until 2000, maybe 2003, somewhere in that time period. But it is still a favorite of mine to this day. And until Rise of the Resistance opened up, it was easily my favorite attraction at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So I will of course always give it an opportunity when I'm here, as long as the line's not long. And I said I'd let you know if it was actually 50 minutes, and yes, that line was accurate. It was 50 minutes, so a long time in line, but still well worth it, as it always is. So I've got to find more of what was open back in 2000, and I know which area I'm walking towards, but I'm probably going to take a detour or two along the way to point some other things out. And yeah, we'll keep this going back in the year 2000. Let's take 1 second here to appreciate the Chinese theater once again before I turn right and head towards the animation courtyard to talk about what's going on back there. Back in the animation courtyard, we have the Disney Junior Dance Party, which of course wasn't around back in 2000, so we're just skipping that. We don't need to talk about it. And right next door, we have Star Wars Launch Bay, which again, not around in 2000. It was still the animation tour back then. And when it was the magic of Disney animation and the animation tour, that's better than Launch Bay, but Launch Bay is also better than it just being used right now for a relaxation station. So the building has issues. And then of course we have Voyage of the Little Mermaid, which was open in 2000, but it's not currently operating right now. So unfortunately I have to just skip it. This is where I'm going to stop and turn around because not much is relevant for the year 2000 down this way. One Man's Dream didn't open up until 2001. You know, if Pixar Place wasn't walled off down there and we could keep going, eventually we would hit where the studio tram tour is, but not right now. Obviously, Toy Story Mania didn't open up until I think 2008, and Toy Story Land didn't exist. That was sound stages and back of house area, and you know where the tram tour is, that's Galaxy's Edge, and other back of house areas as well too. So down this way, it's all completely irrelevant for 2000, at least for right now. So let's turn around. Let's start heading over towards Echo Lake and other areas of the park. As we head further back towards the next attraction that we're going to be going on, of course you have to stop and look at the Frozen Sing-Along celebration building, and remember back in 2000 that this would have been Doug Live. And if only we could have Doug Live back now, because nothing is more relevant in 2021 than Doug. I think we all could use a little Indiana Jones epic stunt spectacular in our lives right now. And it would be perfect because it was operating in 2000. But unfortunately, it's not operating right now. I miss Indy. A lot of guests right now are getting ready to have some vacation fun. But if this was 2000, they'd be going into Sounds Dangerous with Drew Carey. To think how much the times have changed. That leads us on to our next attraction, Star Tours, The Adventures Continue, which of course opened in 1989 that is, as Star Tours, and was updated in 2011. But yes, in 2000 it was classic Star Tours, and I wish I could go and experience that right now, but I'm just going to go inside and do the version that's here now. And unfortunately, once we get on the attraction, there's no filming, so I'll either throw in B-roll from one of the rides I do have video of, or just leave it blank, but we'll have to see. But we'll enjoy the queue together, right? Much like Tower of Terror, I love going through the extended queue here at Star Tours because I don't do it very often, and I love that you get to go through this Forest Moon of Endor queue. It just gives all of us a chance to live our Ewok dreams. It is fun to see the backside of the set because, you know, when it was MGM Studios, when the park opened way back when, this was all part of the studios, and you know, of course, they're not going to build a full set to be seen from 360 degrees unless it absolutely needed to be. And so that's why we can walk around and see set lighting and such. But now that we live in the world of everything has to be immersive, we wouldn't be able to see the backside of anything. And just another example of now you would never see anything like the backside. But let's go in where it is going to be immersive now.
All right, R2, I'm getting a full bar reading. Now shut down the system before it discharges.
This is a gate change announcement only.
Oh, thank the maker.
Of course, if this was 2000, that would be our pilot right there.
Just so you know, there are no photos allowed in this area.
Clear.
But I'm willing to bend the rules for you.
Sir, I know what you're up to. I can see right through you, and it's not a pretty picture.
This is where I leave you. Good luck, everyone. May the force be with you. I made it back, and this time I wasn't the rebel spy, but I will say this. Star Tours reminds me of why I don't gamble. I don't like losing. I'm sure everything is great when you're winning, and it's all fun and games, and you're getting a good combination of different planets that you're going to, but For some reason, every time I ride Star Tours, I always get the ending with Coruscant, and I don't like Coruscant in the movies, and I don't like it in Star Tours either. It is just it's a bad ending, and I want to see it go forever. But otherwise, I love Star Tours. I love basically every other destination they take you to, just not Coruscant, and I always get it. And it's frustrating, but I just wish more than anything that they would do a throwback one day to the original Star Tours for a couple years, you know. We brought back Captain EO at one point in time. Why can't we bring back the original version of Star Tours, the most superior of all the versions? And that's my dream wish. But we have one last thing to accomplish, I believe, here in the year 2000. And that is one of my top 5 favorite rides. And actually, it's not even a ride at all. It's a show, so I think we all know what it is. But let's go ahead and get over to where it is, just steps away from me. I apologize for the change in quality here, but my Sony camera battery died and I forgot to pack extras, so that was a big mistake on my part. But looking at Baseline Tap House right now, which would have been the writer stop all the way back in 2000, and as we turn here, we would have been heading back towards the streets of America, which of course not anymore. Now we'd head through that tunnel to get to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but this is a part of the park that many people miss still to this day. They miss having the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights. They miss the photo ops. They miss the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids playground. Just so much to miss, but it's hard to then say that Galaxy's Edge wasn't worth it at the same time too. I guess you can say that if you aren't a Star Wars fan, but I don't know how you can compare the immersion of that area to Streets of America. If we're talking about Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights, then I get it, but just the Streets of America on any average day versus Galaxy's Edge, no comparison in my book. But what are we here for? Oh, I think we all know. If you guessed that we'd be standing out in front of a Muppet Vision 3D, then you are absolutely correct. This is our final attraction of the day. And while the aesthetics of this area have changed quite a bit, you know, no more Kermit Balloon up there, which we will miss forever. The attraction itself inside the show is still the exact same. And whether we're talking 2000 or 1991 when this opened, it's the Muppets. It's what we love, and I would be devastated if it was to ever leave. But it's a 35-minute wait right now. I am going to head in line and get into the show eventually, but I am going to cut away to old footage that I have that's better quality, just for the sake of this video, because I don't like using my iPhone for everything. So I'll see you back in the future real soon.
Video display test. Lose the background. Thank you.
And we've also got a big musical finale from Sam Eagle. Sam, what's it about?
It's called A Salute to All Nations, but mostly America.
Great. So it's going to be a swell demonstration, and at no time will we be stooping to any cheap 3D tricks.
Did you say cheap 3D tricks? And here's something I wanted to spring on you.
Walmart, it's that dumb bear again.
Yeah. Hey, Bear, you're not even funny in 3D. Oh, not you guys. How did you get here?
We entered a contest. Yeah, we lost.
Oh, yeah? Well, my new 3D act's gonna shower you all with humor.
Right now, I'd like to turn you over to Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and his assistant, Beaker.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kermit. Today, let's look at the advancements we've been working on for Muppet Vision. Beaker, would you turn on the machine? What's this? Don't you just hate it when your nose runs? You know, all these other people think I'm talking to them, but I'm really just talking to you.
La 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 la. Oh, sun shining right above you. Soft breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Every minute to think of me. Look in my eyes and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be.
Are you about ready?
Yes, it's a glorious 3-hour finale.
You got a minute and a half.
Enjoying the fireworks? No, your chair's on my foot.
What's this?
Everyone okay in here? We surrender! We surrender! What an explosion!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to apologize for our slight technical difficulties, but I do wish to assure you that no one was hurt and this theater suffered only minor damage. So thank you very much for coming to see this demonstration of Muppet Vision technology, and enjoy the rest of your stay, and come see us again sometime.
Muppet Vision 3D, always wonderful. And I will constantly sing its praises for as long as it's around, and even beyond that, because it is just truly one of the greatest things you can experience here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And I think everyone should have to experience it every single time they come to this park. And if you don't love it as much as me, well, you're dead to me. Not seriously, but kind of. I think I might be serious. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. But I think that's it for the attractions that were open in 2000 that are still here to this day. And if I missed something, blow me up in the comments about how terrible I am for forgetting about this or that, or getting my timelines wrong with any of this. I just loosely studied and based a lot of this on my memory, so I know it's not perfect at all, but you'll help correct me, and I will feel shame about it for a long, long time. So just go ahead and do that if I screwed up, and if I didn't, good on me. And I know I didn't get into the restaurants that were still here, that are still here now that were here back in 2000, and the shopping locations, but yeah, I figured I'll start with the attractions, and maybe another time I'll go into further depth of what's still here from the parks at different time periods. I know everyone does that with opening day attractions at Magic Kingdom, but I'm gonna just start picking random time periods, I think, and doing this. Or this will be the last time I do this, first and last time. We'll have to see what happens, but I think that is officially it for me. So thank you so much to everyone for watching this. Of course, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do so for me. And it would also be a major help if you could hit that thumbs up for me. And then of course, leave those comments and criticisms in all of the comments below, and I will read through every single one of them and just cry myself to sleep, because that's all I can do. And thank you in advance for all the suggestions on how to keep my glasses from not fogging up. Just nothing works yet. Nothing still works for me. But and also, if you're trying to come to Walt Disney World in 2021 or beyond, please use Dreams Unlimited Travel. Of course, we always say it, but using Dreams Unlimited Travel is directly supporting the DIS. We're able to continue doing these kinds of videos if you're using Dreams Unlimited Travel. So we are partners together. We are one and the same. Using them for your travel agency needs helps us just so greatly. So if you could please head over to dreamsunlimitedtravel.com and plan your next Disney vacation today. So that's it for me here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I will see you again real soon from probably a different park, but who knows? I never know what I'm doing until the day before, the morning before sometimes. It's always just random. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.